Unlock the power of cryptocurrency with Orange Brick Road as your guide. The homepage provides an overview of our services: crypto education, consulting, trading, tax, bookkeeping, loans, real-world assets, estate planning, scam recovery, and more. Explore our comprehensive courses tailored for beginners to advanced crypto enthusiasts. Our team of experts offers personalized consulting across all aspects of crypto, including everything from how to purchase your very first crypto coin, the importance of security, reporting requirements, and the latest developments in the decentralized finance world. Join our thriving community, attend events, and network with like-minded individuals. Stay up to date with our blog covering the latest crypto trends and analysis. Get started today by enrolling in a course or booking a consultation. Navigate the crypto world with confidence. Orange Brick Road, your path to understanding.
All right. Okay, you've added the stage. Yeah, cool. Everything's running fine. I've just checked everything. All right, cool. It's not going out on Twitter for some reason. All right, so we're live now on LinkedIn, Facebook, a couple of Facebook posts, and on YouTube. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. This is the Orange Brick Road newsletter live stream where we have a guest, an expert crypto guest on as well. If you haven't subscribed to our newsletter, because I know that a lot of the invites have gone out on LinkedIn, where we use Steve Dart from LinkedIn that organised all that and set us all up. And I'll click a few clicks of a button after it was set up. We sent out about 1,000 invites. So if you haven't utilising LinkedIn, I would do that and contact Steve Dart on LinkedIn. He is an absolute expert, and I know he's probably listening at the moment. How you going, Steve? You're a legend, mate. All right, too easy. So yeah, we'll throw straight into it. So yeah, welcome for all you new people that have joined us. Basically, we do this once a week. The newsletter comes out on Saturdays. It kind of looks a little bit like this, okay, where there's a whole bunch of articles of what we've been looking at. We've got a team of 14 different people, so they send us different articles. We look at it and stuff that they're interested in, and then we go through the articles with a guest speaker on. We talk about them briefly, and then obviously you guys can ask questions as well as we go. So if you've got any questions, just put them in the comments. All right, I'm going to stop that one and take it to this one, and then take it to that one. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do to start with, as you see on the newsletter, we're supposed to have Bisher from Stormrake. But you know, him being Bisher, he overbooked himself and got a bit too eager on his booking system. This is why you use a calendar, Bish. But anyways, so he rang me up at the last minute, and I just said, "Oh, have you got a replacement?" He goes, "Yes, I do actually. We got Michael from Stormrake, and apparently Michael's just as tooled up on crypto as Bisher, which I find hard to believe because Bisher is the man."
I'll do my best, but it's a hard act to follow, Brandon.
He is, mate. He is. He's my Lebo brother from a different mother. Love the man. But you work closely with him, and I'm sure that any friend of Bish is a friend of mine. We've just been talking briefly off air. You know, so can't post comments to some directions, learn more. I don't know what's going on. I'm still, just for everyone to let you know, I know a lot about crypto. I've been in it since 2016. I'm not a social marketing person. I've had my crypto radio show for about 2 years. I've got a podcast, that sort of stuff. So I'm still getting my head around all the tech. And if you look at the newsletter, you'll notice that some things aren't lined up. And it's because it's the first time I've actually done it myself, because my dev was away on holidays. So if it doesn't look professional, that's because it's not. All right. But I'm getting my head around it. Anyways, I could just talk forever. So welcome, Michael, from Stormrake.
Great to be here.
Does it say that you're a founder? So you're a founder of Stormrake?
Correct. Yes.
Big honcho.
Yeah. We started the crypto journey at around about the same time, 2016. I think we were probably at 2015, 2016 when we got started.
Right.
And a couple of years into the journey, we formed Stormrake, myself and Douglas Hemingway, who's the other founder.
Yeah.
And it's been a great journey since.
All right. Well, obviously you weren't born into crypto. You know, you obviously had a career beforehand. What you got is just a real brief, and then we'll go into the news straight away. And like I said, any comments or any questions, guys, pop them in there. So yeah, what were you doing sort of pre-crypto? How did you get into it? Why have you got into it, and why are you so amazing?
We can judge that later. But I started my career in banking, actually, traditional banking. Started working at North Bank. Yeah. Where I
Boom.
learned all about how I didn't want to be in banking. I worked at Goldman's as well in private wealth management, and then went across to what was then Dodo. If you've heard of Dodo, Dodo Internet. I came on as a commercial manager, and they started a product called Dodo Power and Gas. So they were doing retail gas and electricity to homes, and I quickly moved from the telco side to the energy side, which is much more interesting. It's more of a financial market, and grew with that business. And later on, a company called Vocus took over Dodo and bought that whole business, and I went across to Vocus with it and ended up being head of energy in the Vocus group. I spent the last probably 5 years prior to crypto in the energy space, trading futures and that sort of stuff, looking after the Dodo Power and Gas business and Commander Power and Gas. How do we get in the last couple of years of that role? A close friend of mine, Doug, who I mentioned earlier, introduced me to crypto, Bitcoin to start with. We used to have little sessions where we used to think about kind of what's the new emerging technology that's going to change the world, and Bitcoin came up. And here's this new thing. It wants to be a new, better money. It's got a finite supply, and it kind of piqued my interest straight away because I've got a kind of a finance economics background. And we looked into it, and it very slowly got started doing a bit of just playing around in the early days to see what it is. Found out that there's some arbitrage opportunities in those early days when it was the wild west of the market, and
Nice.
started kind of doing arbitrage quite seriously. And then a little bit into it, we just decided, look, we need to quit our jobs and do it full time. And we decided to quit. We founded Stormrake as originally a trading desk, but over time it became something completely different. As people were asking us, can you invest my money? What can you do for me? Can you help me get into Bitcoin? And that's how the Stormrake brokerage model was kind of started. And then even in the last year or two, it's taken off really quickly. And now we are completely focused on our brokerage business, which is going really well. And we're able to service quite a large amount of customers right now.
Well, it's funny to say that because a lot of people are not knowing what Stormrake is, and this is just not really a shill, but it is a shill, and I'll explain why. I don't shill stuff. I can make so much more money being what's called an influencer in crypto, and basically pump and dump and make an absolute fortune being on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. That is not my gig. How you get hold of Stormrake is orangebrickroad.com.au under services, brokering service. Now, for the noobs out there and people that are experienced in crypto, the reason we use a brokering service is because centralized exchanges suck balls. They are literally getting so hard to navigate. When you send money, they're freezing people's accounts. They're not letting you take crypto off accounts. And put them into wallets. They're auditing people. It's just got horrible in the last sort of 6 to 12 months. We have put through over $3 million worth of our clients' funds through Stormrake seamlessly in the last 6 months. Can you just, with a quick shill, explain the difference between a brokering service and a centralized exchange? And then I'll go into why I cannot shill you guys enough and promote you guys enough, because what you've done is you've made my life easier and you've made my clients' life easier. And like I said, I mean, I can shill on TikTok, LinkedIn, and Twitter, stuff like that, and make a lot more money than what I do at the moment. But I make enough money doing what I'm doing. which is basically helping people get into crypto and doing it safely. So anyways, I'm going to shut up now. Now, a brokering service to me, and you can sort of change this if you want, is simple. What you do is you send them the money, you tell them what you want, they find the best prices for you, buy it for you. Either they store it with insurance, which I recommend for some people. I'm a crypto anarchist, basically. I believe, not your coins, not your crypto, if they're not in your wallet. But for some people that are not so tech savvy or just learning about crypto, they should probably keep it on an exchange like Stormrake until they actually learn what self-custody is and how to use wallets and that sort of stuff. So you have that as a service as well. So yeah, just in like a minute, sort of pitch Stormrake and why it's so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head anyway. It's about the ease of use. We make it very, very simple. You can throw away all your exchange accounts. It's just one place where you can come and you can have your own personalized broker that you can actually call, that actually exists in Australia, that you can contact, and he will actually help you all the way through. Make it incredibly easy to invest. You can also sell, you can swap, you can do whatever you want within that platform. We have our own engine where we compare all the exchanges. That's why I'm saying you can throw them all away, because we will always get you that best price kind of worldwide, wherever that may be. We'll source that. We'll do all the legwork. We'll do all the hard work. We just make it incredibly easy for people to come across and invest and allocate a portion of their portfolio to crypto.
Well, that's what I loved about it is there's a couple of things on that. Is one, I've got clients that have 70, 80 different coins. You know what I mean? It's what I did when I first started, just buy everything that was shiny. And then when they're dealing with us, I'm like, you can't manage, more than say 15, 20 coins at any given time successfully. So now they can just send, and we like realign their portfolio, maybe get rid of this one, swap it for this one, that sort of stuff. So people that have been in the crypto for a while, instead of going to different dexes and swapping and different exchanges, they can literally just send it all to you guys and go, okay, I want this to be this. I can hit the green button and it's done. And once again, I'm showing you guys because you make my life easy, because normally I'd have to run people through how to do dexes and to change their portfolio. With you guys, just send the information.
Very easy to mess it up on the dexes, right? Like
100%.
There's so many versions of the same coin, even with the same name, on different chains and everything else. That's where you want an expert trader to sit there and actually make sure that it's right, get it done, and you don't have to worry about it. And it doesn't take you 3 hours to do. It can be done really quickly.
And it's done safely, and the responsibility if something goes wrong is on your shoulders and not theirs, which is another feature I like.
Exactly. Cool. We wear the risk. We do the hard legwork. All you got to do is sign up an account, which is an easy process, and send your order.
It's such a great service. And also for you gold bugs out there, you guys also do gold and precious metals like silver and that sort of stuff, which I do have a portion of my portfolio in them precious metals. But not only will you own it on paper, you guys can actually send them the physical gold as well, which is another great service that you guys do. Anyways, I've blown enough smoke for you. Let's jump into the newsletter. We're already, what are we in, 15 minutes already? Oh my goodness. All right, crypto bubbles. This is for the year. What's up? Okay, cool. Bonk's up 13,000%. Now, can you do that in a stock? No, you
see straight away there that it's all memes, right? The memes have done incredibly well. Bonk, Mob, Floki, Pepe, all memes.
Teo. Now,
none of them really have a product.
No, that's right. That's right, brother. Cool. Now we will talk about, maybe that's a good segue. This is on the weekly. A little good segue is I do buy shit coins. All right. But I only have 5-10% of my portfolios into, if it moons, great. If it goes to zero, it's great. Do you know what I mean? And I get a lot of clients that literally the whole portfolio are lower cap coins and meme coins, a very risky portfolio. What we do at Orange Brick Road and what you should do, just some advice, is have what I call stables, which is Bitcoin, Solana, Cardano, Phantom, Ethereum, and have that like 40-50% of your portfolio, then have some mid-range stuff, and then your lower cap, high risk ones, 5 to 10%. That's how we set people up in portfolios. And the only reason I've learned to do that is because I've made so many bloody mistakes, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to gamble with the whole bag.
Yeah.
You want to take limited risk. That's where Bitcoin needs to be a big part of your portfolio. Absolutely. And then risk with a little bit and hope that one goes 20x.
Yeah, exactly. And a little bit of gold, a little bit of silver. I'm actually pretty bullish on silver at the moment, actually. But I mean, like, you know, Solana, for example, like 477% for the year. You know what I mean? Did BHP do that? Did gold do that? You know, we're talking about two different things. Sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying?
Silver has actually gone up a little bit, I think, overnight. I think there was a 5% move, quite a large move.
Right. Oh God, get rid of this.
On these meme coins as well, Doge has done really well over the last day.
Yes.
Yeah, 7% for one of the largest. That's also a meme. That's done well because of the US election. So Doge is now inextricably linked to Elon Musk.
Yes, it is.
Has linked himself to the Trump campaign. That's actually doing really well at the moment.
Well, that might be a good little segue about what's coming up, because I mean, we talk about macro and micro sort of the economy, and we're watching stuff like, you know, how China is now sort of influxing a lot more money into their economy. Japan's doing the same thing. You know, this upcoming election, I mean, Kamala Harris, or Officer Harris, you know, is you know, talking about how she's going to be crypto positive, and also Trump's going to be crypto positive. I think either way on the election, I think crypto will pump a lot more if it's Donald Trump, you know, and I'm kind of more on the Trump train because I hate Democrats. I think they're commie pinkos, you know what I mean? They're basically the Communist Party of, but I don't want to get too political and offend people.
Left.
Definitely, they've gone so left they've almost done a full circle. So where do you see these elections sort of coming and how it's going to affect? Because I mean, it's coming up soon. Is it like 5 weeks away or something?
Not even. It's 2 weeks.
Oh, is it really?
The election date is, I think it's November 5th. So it's only 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness! For some reason, I thought it was like about a month away. I just lost track of time. You know?
No, it's all happening, and Trump has had a really good 2 weeks, and he's now 60% likely to win the election, according to polling markets anyway, which is also an interesting website if you want to bring it up, because that's got absolutely everything on there now. Anything you want to know, there's a market for it. But
yes,
Trump went on the Bitcoin conference, the largest Bitcoin conference in America, and he promised a whole heap of things for Bitcoin, including no longer selling any of the Bitcoin held by the US government and actually accumulating more and having a reserve. Yep. So I mean, we're expecting a Trump pump. If Trump is going to be the eventual winner, we're expecting a big pump on that side. So we're actually seeing that as Trump becomes more and more of a favorite, that's actually helping Bitcoin rise because it's already pricing in the chance of Trump winning.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. And I don't think there'll be much of a pullback if Officer Harris gets involved anyway, you know.
Well, either way, either party is going to probably print more money. There's really no way around it. The debt is so large, the interest repayments on that debt is so large that the money has to come from somewhere, and it can't just all be taxed.
Yeah, well, that's kind of is a little of a segue, because I know that you mentioned that you're in economics. So I'm hoping that it was Austrian economics that you studied. You know?
Yeah, well, I certainly couldn't understand a lot of Keynesian economics while I was at uni.
Beautiful.
Why do we need a 3% level of inflation? Why is that the aim?
Yeah, cool. Milton Friedman and the like. Yeah, cool. No, I'm more of a Murray Rothbard, Ludwig von Mises, Hans Hermann Hoppe, you know, libertarian. But we So yeah, the economics will go into that. I just got slightly confused then. I'm just looking at stuff and I'm looking at the live stream, looking at the comments. Okay, cool. Now we've been traveling in this channel for a bit. Basically, so for the all-time top, we're about 7% down from the all-time high. Now, just real quickly, do you think if it hits the all-time high, we're going to have a bit of a pullback and consolidation, or do you think it's just going to bust through?
I think it busts through now because it's going to mirror the period prior to that 6-month sideways and slightly downward trend. It's just going to go straight up, similar to that period in February to March.
Well, this accumulation period has been happening for so long,
yeah.
you know. So, I mean, we're looking at, since all-time high, this accumulation has gone for 218 days, you know. So that's
just means
big.
that if it does happen, the pump will be epic because it's like a spring that's been loaded over the last 6 months, and if it releases, it's going to be crazy. So at this time, if people are watching this, they really need to be set in their portfolios because things can happen so fast that next week you could be making a decision whether to buy at 85,000 or not.
Yeah, exactly, and it will move that quick. You know, I'm kind of hoping it's going to go sideways for another 2 or 3 months so I can accumulate more. I don't think that's going to happen.
Exactly. Me too. I'd love to buy some more at cheaper levels.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
All right. That 50,000 Bitcoin available?
That's right, mate. OTC maybe. Okay. Now this wasn't included in the newsletter, but this is a little bit of a cookie and some stuff that I'm including in next week's newsletter. We're talking about is internet adoption versus crypto. Now you can see that we are right here. So if you think you're too late for crypto and Bitcoin, you're a bit too late on it, I'd have to disagree with you. We're still very, very early. Obviously, you want to be back here, you know, but it's just showing you the exponential growth. And there was an article that I did bring up on Metcalfe's law, but I think I got rid of it. Reed's law as well. So I'm going to include this in the description as well because there's so much in the newsletter. It's a good little read. It's about adoption curves. Very good to know. There's also this. I'm including this in the description as well. If you guys are business owners or you're into tech or anything like that, you've got to watch this podcast. He talks about AI, how business is going to be adopting it, how market cycles are formed as a result of it, and basically what's going to be happening in the future in the next 6 years. If you're a business owner, and obviously, you know, this guy owns a bit of Bitcoin. He's got a couple lying around.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a lot of things.
Yes, he does indeed. I think he's what, $1.2 billion in Bitcoin or something.
I can tell you our AI use is going up and up and up.
I do. That's all.
Ways you can use it to your advantage. It's incredible.
We'll talk about this off screen because this guy here, that is also in the newsletter. I can never say his name properly. Yaket. I know he's going to kill me when he hears this. I just call him Big J. Right. He is an AI specialist. I had a meeting with him the other day and he just took me through what you can do, articles, talk to it, interact, that sort of stuff. So if you're a business owner, you've got to get hold of this AI stuff. I'm literally spending the next 2 or 3 weeks just studying it. It's going mental. Now, speaking of that, these AI coins that they're talking about, do you reckon that's got any utility or is it just a meme? You know?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced.
I'm not convinced either. It is a bit of a meme. Having said that, I think it will pump at some point during this cycle because it's a new concept to this cycle. I think it's one of the narratives that will dominate this cycle. So if you get in and you get out at the right time, potentially you could do pretty well. But that's too big. I actually caught up in Singapore with Singularity, which is now FET coin. They're building a full-on AI robot, like a humanoid robot, there's a lady has everything. It's incredible. I don't know how that will make money necessarily. It's not a commercial project, but it's incredible some of the stuff that they're doing.
What's the ticker for FET?
It's just FET, F-E-T.
Nothing. Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. It's a merge of 3 AI projects together. So
yes.
Just a little while ago, they did a merge of 3 projects. It's actually a good idea because it gets it's more of a community together, and then you got a network effect happening.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's right. I mean, I'm very bullish on Phantom as well. But while we're on these bubbles, I think, I'm just saying Hex and Pulse. I'm big into Hex and Pulse. I think this is a good buying period at the moment. I don't buy when things are green. I buy when they're red. And I think this is probably the 2 most undervalued coins in this whole market. Do you know much about Pulse and Hex?
I'm not a huge fan, to be honest.
Oh, here we go. Let's argue.
Depends on your asset allocation, maybe.
Okay. Well, you and I are going to have some big conversations about that then, because you need to be Richard Hartfield. I've been into Hex since the OA, the Origin address. I know more about Hex than any other crypto, and I know there's a lot of negative narrative towards it. I'm not saying everyone pile into it, you know what I mean? I'm just saying that, it's the same conversation I had with Adam Stokes. He's had Richard Hart on several times. I've had conversations with Adam about Hex and that sort of stuff. We're both of the same. I invest a lot, and I think it's a good buying opportunity. But each to their own. Do whatever you want. I don't really care. This is not financial advice, educational purposes only. All right. So this is basically a video on the Bitcoin prices and how some cycles work. That is worth watching. Okay, these altcoins. Now I can't remember. Okay, he talks about Teo, Bitcoin Buzz, we've got 2 cents. Say Phantom. Atos APT, I don't know much about that one, but I'm pretty bullish on Phantom. I think they're doing a lot. Is there any sort of coins that are out there that you think cool, Avalanche too, big Avalanche, Solana,
on the screen there, Pendle is an interesting one as well. The previous cycle there was a whole DeFi pump as well. These guys will do well because it's kind of pro-cyclical. The more money locked up, the more yields and everything else that's happening. In a scenario where we've got a big bull run, I think Pendle will do quite well. They've been going straight up for the last little while. If you look at what have they done on the yearly?
That's on the week, yearly. 553.
5x. So that's been going steadily up, and I think that might continue into a possible bull run.
Okay. I haven't heard of that coin. I don't know much about it, but I'll definitely be looking into it.
Yeah. Have a look. We have been having some clients pile into that one.
Yeah.
Most importantly, if this breaks out, you just want to have your Bitcoin set. No one should be on 0 Bitcoin. Got to get off 0.
Yeah,
the time for that is down.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to have a look at the Pendle chart just quickly. It needs an N in there. And Pendle USD. Okay, that'll do. Have a look at the chart here. That's on the daily. All right, well, it's broken out of that. Oh, we're looking at that. That's a healthy looking chart. Says to wake off there. Cool, return, another wake off. Oh,
really picking up, but it's not at its all-time high yet, so it might be not a bad time.
All right, well, there you go. Haven't heard of that. I'll sure look into it. What do we got there? What do we got there? Okay, some more coins. We've already spoken about that. Now, I've included both of these articles. Basically, crypto reports, State of Crypto 2004. You guys can go into this if you like. I like reading these things and understanding, and I think if you're going to be a long-term investor, I think it's something that you should definitely be reading things like this. Some sort of the 7 takeaways: the crypto activity and usage hits all-time highs. which is obviously a good sum. So, and the DeFi, is growing, which obviously is the crypto community. What I always say, that sort of stuff. And and we covered the political US election. Now, I don't know if you've had time to read this, but I also included this article as well. It was the Q3 crypto market rundown: who thrived, who crashed, and what's next. They do discuss Solana, I think, and a couple of other ones. Binance Coin, Ethereum, but they cover a lot. Yep, have a read of that, people. I think Aave as well is good coin, has been for a long time now, especially with DeFi. Maker, that's another good coin. I like Injective, just ING. So any takeaways out of this?
The other one we probably haven't discussed is ETH itself. It's underperformed Bitcoin quite a lot in the last little bit, but I think at some point it will have its own run as well. I think it's recently become deflationary as well, so the actual supply is going down because they're burning.
The burning rate.
Yeah, the burning mechanism that they've put in is actually kicking in quite hard.
Yep. So basically, we've got, I think, a cycle is going to come through with meme coins, just like the NFT boom and the ICO boom. It's going to go through them cycles, and I think the AI is going to as well. We have spoken about that briefly. Now, do the scattergun approach if you want, which is if you want to get into meme coins and AI and DeFi, NFTs, whatever, buy 3 or 4 of them, put a little bit in. One's going to succeed. You know what I mean? Or you can just do a lot of research or talk to someone like myself or Michael that's do this for a living, because believe it or not, a lot of people don't have all the time in the world like you and I have, Michael, to just sit there and learn about crypto, mate,
That's right. But that's where you need an expert in your corner. We're here.
100%. If you're going to be getting into crypto, don't do what I do and just jump on YouTube and just spend hours just going around in circles. Actually talk to someone. And that's why I like what you guys do without shilling you once again, is that you can call you up and have a conversation with you. Same with Orange. I started Orange Brick Road because I wanted to create what I wanted when I first started, which you had to call someone and go, hey man, what does the seed phrase really mean? How does it actually work? et cetera, and actually get and speak to someone one-on-one.
You're providing that key education, which is really, really important. People need to upskill, especially at a time like this, and improve their understanding of the market. At the same time, you need to get started as well and actually have your skin in the game, and that's when you learn the fastest as well, when you've actually got something,
Well, that's actually a really, really good way of putting it, because that's what I say to clients is, hey man, like they're going, oh look, I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I put it off and I've done this. And I say, listen, buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. You know what I mean? And then everything changes because you've got skin in the game, while you're still standing back and just thinking about it and having arguments with your workmates and your wife about, hey, how Bitcoin is basically all a scam. And once you've got skin in the game, so even put $100, $1,000 into crypto or whatever, because then your interest actually peaks up.
Exactly. I've seen both cases. Like I've seen clients that took way too long to get in because they were thinking, I really need to understand mining and blah blah blah. But you can't get to 100% understanding. Just like I don't understand how my phone works, but I still use it every day. And I've got the other type that just dived in and did the research kind of afterwards, and they've actually made incredible gains because they were early.
Yeah, 100%. It's like get in the game and then do the learning, as opposed to sitting back doing the learning the whole 9 yards. But when you get in, don't do it off a dating site. You know what I mean? Don't do it off of Facebook. Someone contacts you, hey, I've been mining Bitcoin now and I've had 10,000x return. Okay, or social media, if they direct message you or they whatever, it is 100% a scam. Talk to a professional, because you can lose all your money in crypto or you can make all your money in crypto, and there's very little middle ground. So talk to myself or Michael or Bisher, whatever it may be. If you're listening, Bisher, I doubt it. you know, you're too busy. Okay, this is an article from the Big J. Yuckett. This guy is one of the most intelligent people I've ever met in my entire life. He speaks 7 languages. Unfortunately, I think English is like his 5th. You know, so when I'm talking to him, sometimes he doesn't use the right word. He's the most hilarious guy ever. The Spectrum Labs, he does a lot with AI, does a lot with security. This is a really good article on basically being a degen. Now, I am a degen. But like I said, it's only 5%, 10% of my portfolio, you know, and by degen, basically that just means, you know, a degenerate gambler. You know, if you're getting into lower caps, means NFTs, whatever, you are literally a gambler and not an investor. So this is a really good article on that. Okay, cool. Next one is, you guys are looking for a business developer representative. Is that right?
Correct. We're always looking to hire, especially in that role. We do need someone that's talented, hardworking, ready to go. Come and speak to us.
Okay, well, do they necessarily have to have experience in crypto or just marketing, or what are you kind of looking for?
Preferably, it is easier if you understand a little bit about crypto. But we can teach that on the job as well. The most important thing is it's someone that is great at sales, loves that, and is you know, willing to work hard and chase it.
Too easy. So it's easy to apply, is it? So I'm just going to just write "I'm really awesome" and submit. Can I do that?
Absolutely.
I'm going to upload a resume. No, I'm not doing that.
I'll put in a good word for you as well, Brandon. So we'll look kindly on that application.
Cool. I just thought it might be you want my resume. No, you're not getting that. It's too much control. You're not getting my dates. Anyways, also Vield, Jan from Vield, he's on our website. They do loans on your crypto. Don't be selling crypto, people. Get a loan on it. There's tax advantages, all manner of stuff. You'll see it on our website. I'll bring it up here. Services, loans. And then good old Chan from Vield is there. Use this and talk to them. There's so many tax advantages. Don't sell your crypto. But he's giving away some free tickets to the Australian Crypto Convention, which is November in Sydney, which I'll be over with. I'll be there with Mitch from Ocean Point, Julia from Ocean Point as well. A few other people are coming over, Minnie. So there's going to be a whole bunch of our West Aussies over there. And there's also a private pre-party. I don't know if you've been invited to that yet, mate. Let me know if you haven't. I'll DM you the details.
We will be there as well. We're presenting on the first day, I believe, and we will have a booth there as well. So we'll I'm sure spend some time together.
Yep, no, 100%, mate. We definitely will, but we're just going to try, for the love of God, to keep the alcohol level at a bit lower. You know, because every time you go to these conventions, I end up 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Do you know what I mean? And then have a hangover for 2 days. So,
but think of the relationships you've made along the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I build the best relationships at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Beautiful.
So, anyways, there's a couple of things you've got to jump through here, but basically there's 10 free tickets that Chan is giving away. So there's that. Okay, cool. I put this in. I think I put this in the newsletter, and it was also in our WhatsApp group. I'm going to include that too. We've got a WhatsApp group, and
there's 3 consecutive days of outages at one of Australia's largest banks.
What's with that? You know,
they knew about it on day 1, and they just could not fix it.
That's disturbing, you know, because then people have got to understand when your money is in the Westpac or any other bank, it's not actually your money, you know, and people really have got to understand that. You know, like I've got cards like Crypto Spend. There's a few other cards. I've got actually 3 different ones where I can literally just Bitcoin, stable coin, Ethereum, whatever, tap and go, just like a normal card to buy a coffee, whatever it may be. I obviously use a bank because I'm in business and we have to do other stuff, but I keep a minimum amount of my money in the bank just to float the business because of things like this. Also freezing your accounts, auditing, ATO, the whole 9 yards.
Absolutely. They're exactly the same.
So basically banks suck people and we don't need them anymore. Okay, is the breakdown to that one. Okay, now in the newsletter, because it was me that did it this week, I apologize, people, is when Craig sent me his video on the trading, I think it's here, called, I put the wrong link in, so it doesn't work, okay, just because I'm incompetent. It came up like it was going to work, but it didn't. And I didn't check it because you're supposed to send a test email to yourself. I'm learning these things, people, so my apologies, but it's in the description. I put it. Okay, so this is Craig. Now, I don't trade people. I don't encourage people to trade, but if you are going to trade, use Craig. I've known him since 2016. He is phenomenal at what he does. But once again, if you do trade, I'd probably only do 10-20% of your portfolio. The rest invest over time. But if you are going to learn to trade, don't learn it off YouTube. Go to a professional, please, people, because I think 98% of all traders lose all their money within the first 12 months. But I'd say 8 out of 10 people that call me go, hey man, can you teach me how to day trade? I've heard that you can make $2,000 a week on a laptop, only spending an hour a day traveling and being in Thailand. And I'm like, dude, the people that are selling you that are literally making money off you getting wrecked, off the fees. All right. Correct.
That's the real way to make money, to sell those packages.
100%. I could make so much, like I said, I make enough and I'm happy, and I'm a big believer in karma, and there's nothing better than really helping other people out. And I haven't done any form of advertising for Orange Brick Road ever. We look after our clients, not shilling. And what happens is they tell people, and then they tell people, and they tell people. It's all been referrals, no marketing whatsoever. And because we look after people and we do what we say we're going to do, which is making money. Now, speaking of that, like I said, I have a radio show about crypto. We've had a whole bunch of people on, from Madeira, Adam Stokes, guys from Ocean Point to Crypto Sense, whatever. If you want to learn more about me, this is an interview that we did on the radio. Because I rocked up to the station and our guest had cancelled at the last minute. So I said to the guy at the station, I said, hey, mate, today's show is going to be you interviewing me. So that's what this is. This is like basically just us, him interviewing me on how I started Orange Brick Road, why I started it, how I got into crypto, all that sort of stuff. So there's a bit of stuff. Okay, cool. You won't be over for this, I don't think. I think Bisher was talking about coming over. On the 7th of December.
I think he'll be there over Christmas. When's this? 7th of December. Yeah.
Well, we've got a stall there. So come up and say hello to us, book and get your tickets. I don't know how much they are. I don't think you need tickets, actually. Oh, let's go general admission, go continue. Oh, they're free. All right, well, that's easy. Cool. Yeah, so we'll be there. I'm also going to be at the OzCon, and you're going to be there too in Sydney. Yeah, Bisher's got some tickets. Yeah. The cool thing about hooking up with Bisher is he doesn't drink, which is good.
Yeah, he's a cheap date.
Cool. All right. Well, I think that is pretty much it. I'm going to check that I've covered everything. Yeah, no, I've pretty much covered everything.
Little anecdote for you about your Hour of Power, Brandon. That was the name of our advertising campaign for Dodo Power and Gas.
Is that right?
Product, yeah, it's called the Dodo Hour of Power. And between 5 and 6 a.m., completely free electricity. So you can set all your appliances to go off, like all your dishwashers and washing machines and stuff, to go off at 5 a.m. It's completely free power.
Is that right?
I brought that in back in, I don't know, 6 years ago.
Well, there you go, mate. Great lines think alike. I hope it wasn't copyrighted. Because I've fucking stolen it. Cool.
I'm sure it's fine.
Okay, hi Michael. I've emailed you a resume. Be great to chat, James Perry. Okay, so an email's just been registered to you. Big J, how you going, brother? You're talking. I can see that the LinkedIn is happening at the moment. Yeah, Big J. He's sending his resume in as well, mate.
We've got an applicant.
Yeah, we've got two of them.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, you've got James and Big J. Yuckett. I think that's sure that's how. Like I've said his name wrong for so many years that it's stuck. And every time I see him, he goes, "No, it's said Yuckett," you know. And I just end up calling him Big J. You're an absolute legend.
If they're listening to this, they do know a little bit about crypto as well as being really good at sales. So it could be a good match.
Well, that's right. So that's out there. This is out there. I think we're pretty much done. Is there anything that you want to sort of? Okay, cool. Yeah, guys, if you want to get involved with Stormrake, we'll put Michael's contact details in, or you just go through the website under broker because they're a brokering service, yeah, sort of just take it from there, peeps. I think that's about it. Is there any sort of conclusion that you want to sort of say or anything?
No, the key thing is we're sitting on the precipice. We saw that graph that we looked at before about on the Bitcoin price. We're literally, if we have 1 or 2 good days, it's up and away, and you need to be in before that happens, not afterwards. So if you're not with your portfolio, it's not completely set, and you're thinking about buying, you really got to act right now.
Just a bit of pushback on that. I reckon that you probably, ideally, you want to be in now. You know what I mean? But you kind of got 7 to 14 days, ideally. But you've also got the next 3 to 6 months, ideally. Do you know what I mean? Depending on what you can afford and what you can allocate, ideally you want to get into the best position possible, which would be now. It would have been, a few weeks ago, let's be honest. But yeah, we're not saying that the window is closed. Like if you haven't got in the next 2 or 3 days, forget about it.
No, it's never too late, they say. So that's absolutely true. It's never too late, but the earlier the better. That's what I've seen over time in my years of doing this.
Well, our logo is yesterday was the best time to get into crypto. Tomorrow is the second best.
Exactly.
And that's our logo, and you'll see that on our logo.
There you go.
Yeah, the point is get in, people. Like this is generational wealth. It's life-changing wealth. How I started was I'm just a normal guy. You know what I mean? I'm not tech savvy. I'm not a developer. I'm not a big whatever. I'm just a libertarian and an anarchist, and I hate the state. And so when Bitcoin was introduced to me, I was like, okay, well, this makes sense. No centralized governments and, that sort of stuff. So yeah, if I can do it, anyone can do it, basically. All right, Michael, thank you very much for joining me and doing this stream.
Very good.
The guys that have put stuff into comments, I'll get back to you like through a DM. All good. I appreciate it, mates. Really good of you to do it. I know that you're not as good as Bish, but you're almost as good.
Well, you can't say that. He could hear that, and then I'm never going to hear the end of it.
That's right. All right, beautiful, mate. Thank you so much. All right, talk soon. I'll call you probably tomorrow or something.
Beautiful. Thank you, bro.
All right, guys. So yeah, while you're here, guys, any questions? orangebrickroad.com.au. You can book a free 15-minute consultation. Reach out to me. Anything to do with crypto. And anyways, that's enough chewing for me. I'm going to knock off. All right. I'm having a beer. Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Bye.
Unlock the power of cryptocurrency with Orange Brick Road as your guide. The homepage provides an overview of our services: crypto education, consulting, trading, tax, bookkeeping, loans, real-world assets, estate planning, scam recovery, and more. Explore our comprehensive courses tailored for beginners to advanced crypto enthusiasts. Our team of experts offers personalized consulting across all aspects of crypto, including everything from how to purchase your very first crypto coin, the importance of security, reporting requirements, and the latest developments in the decentralized finance world. Join our thriving community, attend events, and network with like-minded individuals. Stay up to date with our blog covering the latest crypto trends and analysis. Get started today by enrolling in a course or booking a consultation. Navigate the crypto world with confidence. Orange Brick Road, your path to understanding.